Welcome to our Venice and Greek Isles Mediterranean cruise vacation. It was a vacation chocked full of blue waters, scenic cliffs, and ancient civilizations. The trip was centered around two main bodies of water, the Adriatic between Italy and the Baltic states, and the Aegean Sea south-southeast of Athens. Day one was Venice. Venice is 124 natural islands within a lagoon that have been molded together over time into a maze of canals and waterways. The quickest way to get from one part of the city to another is usually by water bus or water taxi. Literally, the building on the left is on a separate island than the building on the right, and they're supported by foundations of alder wood pylons imported around 500 AD. And one of my favorite parts of the entire trip was a visit to San Marco Square, the cultural and governing center of the Venetian Empire. So here you see Doge's Palace, and eventually we'll spin around, we'll see the San Marco Basilica built around 1000 AD. The inside of this basilica is just incredible. One of the things you'll see is mosaic tile murals that are embedded with gold leaf. The entire basilica is just filled with riches that have been plundered from around the Mediterranean during the empire's 1,000-year reign. And this is yours truly on the canal side of the square with the bell tower in the background. Day two starts in Trieste, just a 2-hour bus trip from Venice, where we board the Norwegian Gem and set sail on our 7-day cruise. Day three is our first cruise stop in the town of Kotor, Montenegro. The old town is a fortress with 65-foot protective walls. As you emerge from this tunnel, you can see buildings like the clock and bell tower, churches, and other shops from the Venetian period around 1000 AD. Just behind the town is a 3/4-mile walled trail that leads to a citadel high above the cliffs. This is about halfway up. It's called Our Lady of Remedy Church. And then we continue to climb all the way up to the top, finally reaching the 900-foot citadel and all of its views.
Okay, something else for you to see from here. I don't know where everybody is, but I hope you can see the zigzag trail on the other side. We're at the top of the rock, so if you take a look through the window...
Day four, we visited Corfu in the northwest corner of Greece. The heat and humidity in the Adriatic, and in the Aegean for that matter, is off the charts, so a wide brim hat is a must. In Corfu, we see our first bona fide military fort as opposed to a fortified town that we saw in Kotor. It originated around 500 AD and then significantly was bolstered under Venetian rule around 1400. An enemy would need to survive the moat, the tunnel, and then a lot of climbing to reach the top, where the views are spectacular. Day five is Santorini, Greece, another favorite for me. This time we rode a bus to the cliff tops instead of walking, to the town of Ia, home of Santo wines. Santorini is essentially the remnant of a massive volcano eruption, perhaps as far back as 2000 BC. The volcano collapsed on itself and you are looking at a gigantic caldera. The island that's starting to come into view in the middle is only 400 years old and continues to grow from magma. This is a photo I saw from 1923 of that same island venting. Santorini is also known for its bustling whitewashed shops and churches. And once you're at the top, the only way back down to the cruise ship is by cable car. Day 6 is Mykonos, Greece. We spent the majority of our time on the neighboring island of Delos, which has been inhabited since 3000 BC. You can start to see some of the archaeological artifacts as we approach. This is an ancient arena where music and plays were performed. Here is the remnant of a house or a shop. Here you can see pedestals, vases, bowls, and even a two-story dwelling for the elite class. Delos is said to be the birthplace of Apollo, and I think this might be Apollo. Day 8, after a day at sea, is Dubrovnik, Croatia, and another historic city fortified with walls. Similar to the other cities on the Adriatic coast, the city originated around 500 AD and then was fortified by the Venetians around 1200 AD. Now, this was a much larger town than, let's say, Kotor, complete with its very own Christmas shop. The Dubrovnik Cathedral is a Baroque-style building, the third to be built on this very spot after the earlier Byzantine and Roman structures were destroyed. And that concludes our fabulous vacation. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.